skip to content Baltimore. Johns Hopkins head coach Janine Tucker had said the key to beating Navy involved draw controls. Tucker said the Blue Jays could not allow Jenna Collins to dominate that crucial category. Tucker's worst fears were realized early on, with Collins getting the better of Hopkins freshman Shelby Harrison as Navy captured 7 straight draws and raced to an early lead. Harrison and Hopkins recovered to claim 5 of the next 7 draw controls, but the early deficit proved too much to overcome. Twin sisters Jenna and Julia Collins led the way again as 7th-ranked Navy used a strong push to start both the first and second halves in beating Johns Hopkins 16-9 in the first round of the NCAA tournament on Friday night at Ridley Athletic Complex. Julia Collins scored 6 goals while Jenna Collins contributed 2 goals and an assist to go along with her usual outstanding work on draws as Navy, 17-3, advanced to a third showdown with Patriot League rival Loyola. The Midshipmen and Greyhounds have split so far this season, and the rubber match will take place on Sunday, noon, at Ridley. Here we go again. It's going to be the team that comes out and goes 60 minutes of non-stop intensity and relentless effort that is going to win, Navy senior defender and co-captain Blake Smith said. We know we have to come out hard and put it all out there for 60 minutes because it's win or go home. Sophomore attacker Kelly Larkin totaled 2 goals and 3 assists for Navy, which won a first-round NCAA game for the 3rd time in program history. Sophomore midfielders Kayla Harris-Brodnick and Natalie Irwin scored 2 goals apiece for the Midshipmen, who were hoping to repeat last season's magical run to the national semifinals and perhaps go one step further. Senior goalie Ingrid Boyum established a career high with 17 saves, making some big ones during the first half to prevent Hopkins from putting together a run. Smythe covered Hopkins' leading scorer Miranda Ibello and limited her to a goal and assist. Ingrid Boyum was just amazing. Ingrid Boyum is all I have to say about the defense. She had our back all game, Smith said. We did play good 1-versus-1, we had our slides when we needed them, but Ingrid stepped up big and just crushed it tonight. Senior midfielder Shannon Fitzgerald and sophomore attacker Mackenzie Hellberg scored 3 goals each for Johns Hopkins, 10-9, which is now 2-7 all-time in the NCAA tournament since moving to the Division I level in 1999. Sophomore attack Maggie Schneiderith added 2 goals and an assist for the Blue Jays, who never tied or led the contest. I think we needed to shoot a lot better on that team. Their goalie was excellent, but I think we needed to test her a little more, Tucker said. Hopkins was one of the teams on the bubble for receiving an at-large berth and got in based largely off its strength of schedule and high ratings percentage index. The Blue Jays lost 5 one-goal games while playing a slew of sophomores and freshmen. I'm pleased because we had a lot of young players gain tremendous experience, Tucker said. Disappointed with tonight's result, but I'm very proud overall of this team. Jenna Collins won the opening draw outright, and 29 seconds later her sister scored unassisted off a nice drive from behind to give Navy a quick 1-0 lead. Junior midfielder Andy O'Sullivan gobbled up a tough ground ball off the second draw and Navy scored again with just 1:10 elapsed. O'Sullivan made a tremendous inside feed to Larkin, who converted from point-blank range. Jenna Collins flipped the ball into the air and Harris leapt high to snare it as Navy won the third draw. That led to an unassisted goal by Jenna Collins as Navy took a 3-0 lead less than 2 minutes into the game. It was definitely our worst nightmare. We were battling, but there were so many 50-50 balls that were going their way, Coach Tucker said. Navy is a very athletic team and that showed at the start. They were able to capitalize on all those early possessions. Jenna Collins acknowledged that grabbing the early lead was a big confidence boost for Navy, which never trailed in the contest. It is really crucial to get that early momentum and get your mojo going. We were playing together right from the beginning and the chemistry was great, said Collins, recognizing the 7-0 start on draws was a key factor in the fast start. That was definitely huge. Andy, Kayla and Julia were on the circle and they were so scrappy. They were getting all the 50-50 balls, which was so awesome. Hellberg scored off a couple quick stick shots to spark a brief rally by Hopkins, which finally started winning some draws. Fitzgerald made a superb individual move to score unassisted as the Blue Jays cut the deficit to 5-4 with 10:48 to go in the first half. Hopkins never managed to get the equalizer as Navy closed the first half with a 4-0 run to take a 9-4 lead into intermission. The midshipmen then opened the second half with a 7-1 run to turn the game into a rout. Julia Collins notched her 14th hat-trick of the season and 27th of her career during that early onslaught. Jenna Collins also hit a milestone over that stretch, breaking the Navy record for career goals while tying the single-season mark. Jenna Collins now has 218 goals, one better than previous record holder Lauren Gennari, 2012-2015. The River Hill High product has 77 goals this season, equaling Aaron Rollick's output in 2010. Milestones are nice, but all I want to do is win a national championship. That's the ultimate goal, she said. Meanwhile, Julia Collins has scored 17 goals in 3 games over the last 2 weekends at Ridley Athletic Complex and will get a chance to add to that total on Sunday night. "Yeah, Julia is playing pretty well," Timchel said. "I think her teammates are opening opportunities and she's seizing those opportunities." Johns Hopkins, 10-9, 4-5 equals 9 goals, J.H. Fitzgerald 3, Hellberg 3, Schneiderith 2, Ibello N, Julia Collins 6, Larkin 2, Jenna Collins 2, Irwin 2, Harris 2, A. O'Sullivan, Victory. Assists, J.H. Cottingley, Harrison, Ibello, Schneiderith N, Larkin 3, Jenna Collins, Julia Collins, A. O'Sullivan, shots, J.H. 35, N 26, saves, J.H. Crossan 14, Garvey 2, N, Boehm 17, draws, J.H. 11, N 16. Ground balls, J.H._21, N 17, turnovers, J.H. 12, N 20. Loyola 18, Fairfield 2, freshman attacker Livy Rosenzweig scored 4 goals and dished off 2 assists as the 9th-ranked Greyhounds routed the Stags in the opener of this 4-team pod at Ridley Athletic Complex. Senior attack Frankie Camley netted 3 goals for 8th-seeded Loyola, 16-4, which is 4-1 in first-round games since the NCAA tournament expanded in 2013. Senior attack Hannah Savage and freshman midfielder Sam Fiedler totaled 2 goals and 2 assists apiece for the Greyhounds, who took a commanding 10-1 lead at halftime then scored the first goal of the second half to implement the running clock for the rest of the contest. "We came out firing," Loyola head coach Jen Adams said. "I was really pleased with our transition, our ability to run and gun, share the ball and capitalize on our athleticism. There was a lot of passing and movement, which made it tough for Fairfield to cover." Junior goalie Katie Glenn was simply sensational in stopping 16 shots for Loyola, which was beaten 11-10 on draw controls and committed 13 turnovers. Katie Glenn in the cage with 16 saves and 2 goals against was absolutely stellar today, Adams said. When your goalkeeper is on fire like that, it really builds momentum for the entire team. The Greyhounds advanced to face the winner of Friday night's second game at Ridley Athletic Complex between Navy and Johns Hopkins. Loyola lost to Hopkins in the season opener on Feb. 21 and split with Navy, winning the regular season matchup 16-12 on April 7, then dropping the rematch in the Patriot League Tournament Final 17-10. Coming off a championship game loss to Navy, I feel like our girls wanted a chance to continue their season, Adams said. Getting a home seed was incredible and we wanted to come out with energy, and I thought we did for the full 60 minutes. I just told the players in the locker room the thing I'm most proud of is that, as fast and hard as we started that game, we ended it that way as well. Navy women's lacrosse player Haley Fessenden talks about Sullivan, Sully, Shields.